Isekai keeps flooding the anime scene, but hidden among the copy-paste power fantasies are some dangerously addictive new titles that actually slap, surprise you, and might ruin your sleep schedule if you're not careful. Looking at number 7, Apocalypse Bringer Mainagra World Conquest starts with the civilization of ruin. This one wastes zero time pretending it's wholesome. Our guy gets reincarnated straight into an evil civilization simulator, except now he's actually living inside the morally questionable save file. Instead of swinging swords, he's managing monsters, diplomacy, and absolute chaos. And honestly, it's refreshing. The MC isn't trying to be a hero. He's calm, calculating, and perfectly okay with wiping out enemies like they're NPCs. The appeal here is the strategy brain itch. Every decision feels like a late-night, one-more-turn situation. The villains don't even realize they're already cooked, which makes it funnier. It's not flashy every second, but the tension builds slowly, like watching someone dominate a strategy game while barely raising their voice. If you're tired of screaming protagonists and want something colder, darker, and smarter, this one quietly pulls you in and refuses to let go. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 6, A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. At first glance, this sounds like background noise anime. Gathering? Really? But that's the trap. The MC isn't overpowered in the usual punch everything sense. He's busted in the most inconvenient way possible. Dude collects materials so efficiently it breaks the economy. Watching him casually profit while everyone else is fighting for survival is comedy gold. This anime thrives on low-stakes chaos. The world is dangerous, but the MC treats it like a side hustle. Monsters show up? Cool, more loot. Nobles act shady? He's already 3 steps ahead selling rare items. It's oddly relaxing while still being engaging. No fake tension, no forced drama, just steady progression and satisfying wins. If you enjoy Isekai, where the flex is intelligence and efficiency instead of explosions, this one sneaks up on you and suddenly you're 10 episodes deep wondering how that happened. Landing on number 5, Headhunted to Another World, from salaryman to Big Four. Corporate trauma meets fantasy chaos, and somehow it works. Our MC doesn't die dramatically. He gets recruited like it's a LinkedIn message from hell. Instead of becoming a hero, he becomes management. And yes, it's as funny as it sounds. Watching a former salaryman apply office logic to demon generals is pure entertainment. Performance reviews in a monster army? Budgeting evil operations? This anime roasts corporate culture while still being a solid isekai. The MC isn't physically intimidating, but his negotiation skills are lethal. Enemies underestimate him constantly, and every time it backfires beautifully. The pacing is snappy, the jokes actually land, and the world building doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not trying to be deep, but it's self-aware enough to stay fresh. If you've ever hated meetings, bosses, or office politics, this anime feels personal in the best way. Looking at number 4, The Water Magician. Water magic sounds boring until this show proves everyone wrong. Instead of flashy fire or lightning, the MC turns one of the most basic elements into a problem-solving nightmare for everyone else. Freezing, pressure control, stealth attacks, it gets creative fast. What really sells it is the MC's mindset. He's not loud, not cocky, just methodical and slightly unhinged when pushed. The anime leans into tactical fights rather than raw power, which makes every battle feel earned. Side characters actually matter, and the world doesn't feel like cardboard scenery. There's a calm confidence here that's rare in isekai. No screaming about destiny, just consistent growth and clever applications of power. It's the kind of show where you start taking notes like, okay, yeah, water magic is kind of broken, and by the end you're fully invested. Crashing into number 3, The Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. This one is unhinged in the best way possible. A full-on Sentai hero dropped into a fantasy world, still screaming attack names, still posing dramatically, and everyone around him is confused and terrified. The tone is pure chaos, but it's intentional. The anime balances parody and genuine hype surprisingly well. The MC's sense of justice clashes hard with the morally gray fantasy world, and watching that friction is hilarious. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Under the comedy, there's real commentary about heroism and identity. The fights are flashy, ridiculous, and fun without feeling pointless. It knows exactly what it is and leans into it hard. If you want something that feels different, louder, and unapologetically weird, this one absolutely delivers. Sliding to number 2, possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. The title sounds arrogant, and honestly, it earns it. This MC isn't guessing. He really is cracked. Alchemy here isn't potion spam, it's full-scale world-breaking innovation. He's creating tools, weapons, and systems that shouldn't exist yet, and the world can't keep up. What makes it addictive is the snowball effect. One invention leads to another, and suddenly entire factions are panicking. The anime doesn't rush, but it never feels slow. There's satisfaction in watching competence executed cleanly. No fake struggle, no unnecessary setbacks. When opposition appears, it's either outsmarted or obliterated through preparation. It's power fantasy done right, earned, logical, and consistent. If you like watching a system break because someone understands it too well, this anime will keep you locked in from start to finish. Finally, number 1, I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. This anime understands modern pain. The MC just wants to clock out. That's it. Unfortunately, she's secretly one of the most overpowered characters in the room. Watching her obliterate bosses because overtime is illegal in her personal philosophy is endlessly entertaining. The contrast between her polite desk job energy and absolute combat dominance is comedy perfection. What elevates it is the pacing. No dragged-out arcs, no endless monologues. Problems appear, get deleted, and she's back at the desk. Side characters are fun, the world feels alive, and the humor never overstays its welcome. It's relatable, ridiculous, and insanely bingeable. This is one of those anime where you click out of curiosity and stay because you're having way too much fun. Easily the most addictive entry on this list. So yeah, if you thought Isekai was running out of ideas, these shows prove there's still chaos left in the genre. Drop your favorite on the list below, argue with me respectfully, smash the like button, subscribe for more anime chaos, and I'll catch you in the next video. Legends.